Is this visible, guys?
Yes, sir.
You will have another class at 12, 12 or 12:30. We'll make it 12:30. Okay, 12:30. I am writing so you don't miss that part. Next class of thermodynamics at 12:30. Done. Well, no. I didn't share the class. Yeah, done, guys. So now we can focus on our study. Significant figure, you know. Significant figure is means how many digits are really important. Okay. So when we say ki significant figure, how many digits are important digit, you can say. It is significant figure, as name suggests. Correct. And to know the rule, we will solve again more number of questions. But remember, if significant figure, SF, significant figure, if significant figure is high, like we use more digit, it means accuracy is more. Example, if you tell one number 3.1 and then second number 3.1412, it means 3.41412 is more accurate because you are giving the precise value. Understood? Accuracy is more in that situation. First rule, all the known zero digit are the significant figure. Example, if I take 2876, what will be the significant figure in this case?
4.
4. Second, so this is first rule. All the number other than 0 are significant figure. Second, if you take 0 in between, example, 180706, what will be the significant figure?
6.
6.
6. Because all non-zero will be considered. If you take 0 on the left hand side, so you will not consider insignificant figure. Example 0.00108. What will be the significant figure here?
3.
3. Because only 1, 0, and 8. All the 0 on the left hand side are not considered in this case. Correct? And if you take 0 on the right hand side, still you will not consider. Example, if you take 0.222100, what will be the significant figure in this case? What is the significant figure in this
3.
case? 3. Because 0 on the left hand side and right hand side are not counted. Okay. And if you express in any form, then significant figure should be same. Example, if I am showing this 17600, what is the significant figure in this? 3.
3.
So you can show this in this form also, 1.76 into 10 raised to power 4. What is a significant figure? 3. If you take 17.6 into 10 raised to power 3, still significant figure are same. So what we are saying, if you are converting into the power or decimal or any other form, significant figure should remain same. Understood? You can change in any form, but significant figure should be 3. Here it is 3, here it is 3, here it is 3. Or any other form, like you can take this into 10 raised to power 1. Still significant figure is 3. Understood? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Then rounding off. Rounding off, there is a special situation in case of 5. Otherwise, things are easy.
Sir,
Huh.
sir, after decimal, the
Hmm.
zero are मतलब significant figure ना.
After decimal, 0 are significant figure. Huh. Correct. After decimal, 0 are significant figure. I will add this. If you do this 0.100, in this case, significant figure will be 3. Good point. So we mentioned this also. Any doubt? After a point, all the 0 are considered significant figure.
हाँ, sir.
Yeah. Then, if you are doing rounding off and any number is more than 5, then you will add 1. Example, if I take 4.78 and if you want to round off this, can we write this approximately 4.8? It is closer to the 4.8 rather than 4.7, right? Any doubt?
No, sir.
If one, huh. Second, if less than this happen when you have more than 5 number. If you have less than 5, example 5.31, figure in this case will be 5.3 approximately. Why? Number is less than 5. Okay. These rules are easy. Third rule is more important. If digit is 5, then you have to see what is the odd number or even number. Got it? Odd number or even number. Example, if you take 1755. So, no. This will make more confusion. I'll take first easy one. This. We know last digit is 5. So, if previous one is odd, then it will increase by 1. 17.8. In case of odd one. Before 5, if there is an odd number, then you will add 1. And if there is an even number, it will remain same. Example, if you write 378.25. So 5 is same, but you have even digit before that. That's why it will be 378.2. Any doubt, guys?
No, sir.
Yeah. So if you are done with, we can move to the further error. Anvita, what do you mean by error? What is this? This is fungus, man. Let me take photo. Poisonous fungus. Very dangerous bread mold. Wow. Okay, so Anvita, what is error?
So, like the value we get for something, like it's different. There's a difference between that and the
Exactly.
original value, or kuch nahi.
When we get a value which is different from the original value, it is error, right? So any error you can say whatever is the true value, and you are getting the different value. It could be positive, it could be negative. We are not bothered about this. So this there will be error. Okay. Two major type of error we have. One is systemic error, and second is the random error. And interesting thing is, NEET asked question from the random error already. I used to think they won't ask question from the this kind of thing, but they do ask. So systemic error, when we know what is the real cause of the error, it could be instrument, it could be environment, it could be because of us. Okay. So in this case, cause is known. And when you know the cause, we can minimize it. Correct? Minimize. Can be minimized. Any doubt, guys? What are the possible reason for this systemic error? It could be because of the instrument. You have wrong instrument give wrong reading, so you can change the instrument. Environment may be like extremely high temperature, low temperature, wind, speed, right, humidity, change the value, correct? Then you can change the condition. And last is the observation error. If observer is making mistake, then you can tell observer ki you are making mistake, or you can change the observer, right? So these are the systemic error. What are the random error? But Barinder, Barinder, what is random error? Where we don't know what is the cause, unknown cause. That's why it cannot be minimized. Why? Because we don't know what is the reason. That's why this is random error. Okay, so like we don't have the exact idea what could be the possible reason. And there is a third category also, gross error. Pratigya, what is gross error? Barinder is there.
I don't know,
Everybody
sir.
is, yes, you don't know. Okay. So in case of like gross error, it is the error because of the our mistake. While we are calculating, we are getting the wrong reading. Okay, so this is because of the human mistake in the calculation. We are making mistake intentionally or unintentionally. Okay, so that is the like basic theory part, but because NEET asked questions, so we have to read this part. Okay. Now come to the real content. What is actually required for our need and like they ask every year. First is absolute error. Chandana, what is absolute error?
I'm not sure.
When what is the actual difference between the true value and measured value is the absolute error. So it is absolute error delta A is equal to what is the true value and what is the measured value. Simplest one. The difference is absolute. So you will take individual reading and then you will see what is the average value. Then second, Anvita. What is mean absolute error?
So I don't know.
When you take average of the absolute error, what is the meaning of mean? Average of all the absolute errors is mean. Average of all the absolute errors is the mean. So how will you calculate? Take all the value and divide by the number. Correct. Example, if you calculate delta A mean, it will be like delta A1 plus delta A2 and so on, keep going on up to delta A and n number of particles, and you divide by the n number average, you take their average. Any doubt? Just
No,
take average of all the absolute value. Remember, average of absolute value is mean absolute error. Most popular use error in our syllabus, like in our numerical, is the relative or fractional error. Varinder, what is relative error? Relative value in general. What is the relative change in the volume? Because this is what we did in case of thermal property of matter. Varinder,
Yes, sir.
what is the relative error?
So yeah, take it.
So here, whatever is your mean absolute error, you divide with the original value. Do you remember in the plant growth and hormone, we calculated the absolute growth and relative growth? What was the absolute growth? Difference between them. Example, one leaf was 5 centimeters square and, and it become 10 centimeters square. What is the absolute growth? 5. From 50 to 55, what is the absolute growth? 5, because the difference between them is 5. Okay, difference between them is 5. So absolute growth. What was the relative growth? Their difference divided by the original value. Their difference divided by the original value. That's how you calculated the relative growth. In this case, 100%. And here it will be 10% growth. Do you remember this? Relative
yes.
growth rate and absolute growth rate. Same thing here. Absolute means difference. See, difference between them, and relative means difference between them and divide by the initial value. So it is mean absolute error delta A mean divide by the u value. And if you calculate in percentage, then multiply by 100. Any doubt, guys?
So difference means we have to take absolute error.
No, no, no. Difference is absolute error. Mean means average of the absolute, and relative means average of the error divided by the original value. Okay,
Yes.
and with this you can calculate all in one situation. Example, if you do one uh, question, write it down. So if a person distribute apple among the people in different quantity. Okay. Example, first time he distribute 5 apple, then 10, then 15, then 11, then 22, then 6, and then 2, and finally 7. Okay, so he distribute apple to the different people with this number. You have to calculate what is the question. So calculate one absolute difference, then mean absolute difference, third relative absolute difference, okay, then percentage absolute difference, percentage absolute difference. Okay, and yeah, calculate all this. You just calculate relative. How to calculate true value in this case? Because in case of error, you need true value. How to calculate true value in this case? Average. What is the average a person is getting individually? So you will add all of them. 22, 6 plus 2 plus 7 divided by what is the
78.
number of what is the number of people? 8, na? What is the addition?
78.
78 divided by 8.
78 divided by 8. So it will be 9, remaining
9.27.
6,
0.27.
22, 9 8 is 72, remaining 6, 8 7 is 56, remaining 4, so 9.75. This is the average one person getting, right? And any doubt, guys? Now you can
No,
calculate
sir.
absolute difference. How to calculate absolute difference? What is the average value? 9.75 minus what is the value in first case? Same 9.7 in second case, 9.75 in third case, 9.75 in fourth case, 9.75 in fifth case, sixth, seventh, and eighth. Correct? This will be the absolute difference of each value. Right? You have to calculate this. So, what is the value here? Is this correct?
Yes.
Yes. So, this is the absolute difference in every case. For every case, there will be different absolute difference. And now in third situation, you have to calculate mean absolute difference, mean of this. And very important, when you calculate mean of this, then you will add all the value, irrespective of it is positive or negative. You will simply add all the value. Any doubt? So you will do like 4.75 plus 0.25 plus 5.25 plus 1.25 plus 12.25 plus 3.75 plus 7.75 plus 2.25. You will ask, sir, why? Because we are talking about magnitude difference. We are not talking about the positive or negative difference. Understood? So what is the average in this case? You can use calculator and tell me. To reduce the time, use calculator in this case. 5, 5, 4, 5, 9, 10, 22, 25, 32, 34,
37.5.
57.5 divided by 8. So 7, 8 7 is 56, remaining 1. Then 8 1 is 8, remaining 7. 7, 8 8 is 64, remaining 6. Yes, this is the mean absolute difference in the apple distribution. Correct? Next, you have to calculate relative value. How to calculate relative? Mean divided by the true value. And what was the true value? 9.75. Okay. So mean is this. What was the true value? Average of all 9.75. And tell me what is the answer. 0.7 something. No? Tell me exact value.
So 0.73.
0.73. Okay. So this is the relative value. If you calculate percentage in this case, same relative value, but multiply by 100. Correct. This is 0.73 multiply by 100. 73% is the percentage change. Correct. Done. Any doubt? So whatever situation is given to us, this is how you have to calculate. So because I made question just by giving random number, and what I was trying to convey is you have to calculate all those values. How to calculate true value? Average. What is the meaning of true value? Average. That's what you learn. Average of what? Absolute difference. Difference of each one. Like this is first, second, third, fourth. You will get all 8 difference. And once you get this difference, then you calculate difference average. Difference average, the relative difference by the original and percentage multiplied by 100. Any doubt? Anybody have doubt? But most of time you will see the reading of screw gauge, vernier caliper they are giving, and they will tell you this is the difference. Actually, what I did is your ninth and class math, right? Like there was a there was a thing. What is the name of this chapter, Chandana? Where we use this kind of stuff. Chandana, what is
So,
this topic name?
so
Yeah,
it will start with yes,
mean,
sir. Yes.
what? Like mean, median, mode topic we
Yes, sir.
calculate. What is the name of the chapter?
So it will start with letter yes.
S,
I'm not able to remember.
statistic,
Statistics.
right?
Statistics
Statistics,
and
This
yes.
probability.
Yes, sir.
statistic, na?
Yes, sir.
See, math students are not able to tell what is the name of this chapter. Wow. Mean, median, mode, statistic, I guess. Why I ask? Because I studied math till 10th class and it was Hindi medium. So that's why I don't know math word in English. I think in Hindi it was Beej Ganit. है ना? Then what is statistic? What is statistic? It's very difficult. Can you imagine what is statistic in Hindi? Statistic in Hindi. आंकड़े, सांख्यिकी. Yes, we have studied this सांख्यिकी. It's very complicated in Hindi. So, move to the next part. Least count. This word least count we will use in the vernier caliper and screw gauge. Very, very, very important. What is the meaning of least count? What is the least count? Like, it is the minimum value any device can measure. Example, what is the minimum value counted by the vernier caliper will be its least count. What will be the minimum value can be counted by the screw gauge? Its least count. Okay, so this is the smallest value measured by the instrument, and it can be varied measured by instrument. It can be varied from system to system. Example, if you just 1 minute. So example, if you take this scale, 15 centimeter scale, here the minimum value of this scale you can measure is 1/10 of the centimeter, 1 millimeter, right? In case of 15 centimeter scale you have in your bag, that measure minimum, right? Yes or no? And inch tape, inch measuring tape, it can measure what 1 inch minimum. I guess 1 inch is the minimum it can measure, but it cannot measure the millimeter. Correct. So just remember this. The least count tell us how accurately an instrument can measure the smallest value. Okay, and it is related to the resolution. Example, in case of least count of 15 centimeter scale, then resolution is more compared to the inch tape. So you will say ki your scale is better than your inch tape. Understood? Still, two, three important topics are left from this. One is if you multiply the error and divide what happens. And two most important where you might have confusion vernier caliper and screw gauge. Okay. For this session, we'll end here, but I'll have one more session in the evening, and I'll finish this topic by today because I don't want to leave for next day. It feel bad for me. Understood, guys? And then we'll solve question. It will be a short session, but I'll finish this chapter completely. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಆಯ್ತು.
Yes, sir.
ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್.
Yes, very good.